Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutny and let's speak today about a really interesting chess game, Bobby Fischer, Cardoso, 1957. And we are in the first interesting position where black should take on e4 pawn. But if black will take this pawn, is making bad move, and I will show this variation. It's good to know this reason why white is not worried to lose this pawn in this position, because if black will take immediately on e4, white will take, and at the end of this variation you can see that white's e4 bishop and knight on d4, they are right pieces in the center, and white has advantage. White has two minor pieces in the game, but still black has to go for short castle, and black has to find the right squares for his pieces. So somewhere here white has a good advantage from opening. So everybody know that it's too early to take this pawn. For this reason the right move is bishop to e7 and bishop to e3 is the good answer. For the second time, looks like e4 pawn is lost. Maybe black should play b5, attack bishop, then b4, attack knight, and then black maybe should take on e4 pawn. What's wrong with this plan? And I will tell you that yes, this plan is bad plan for black, because we will not speak about white's compensation, but maybe we are going to speak about white's winning position. Somewhere here is good to know this move. Knight to b6. Looks like this knight is lost for nothing, but not for nothing, because black's b6 queen is under attack of e3 bishop. And now we can see that this knight is going to take on e6. Now is going to take on c5, and after check on g7, white is winning with beautiful move to d5. On d5, this queen is attacking not only rook on a8, but of course the biggest threat is checkmate on f7, and this position is lost for black. So it's a good idea to remember this variation and to be sure that the plan now b5, b4 is a bad plan. The right plan is to go for short castle, and now is the right time, if white is not careful, that white should lose a e4 pawn. That means white has to play bishop to b3 and everything is okay. Knight to c6, f4, and now in this position black is playing a risky move. He is playing for a second time with his knight. Maybe the right move is to go to c7 and everything looks standard. But as I told you, black is playing knight to a5 and is playing for a second time with his knight. Of course, his idea is to take this piece. Maybe black believe that this piece is a really strong piece, and it's a good idea to take it. White has another plan. White has planned to go g4 and g5, and he believes that has advantage because he has a strong attack. Okay, after g4, black took on b3, and now black maybe like to play move b5, but in this position move b5 is a mistake, so black has to be careful not to be too hurry. If black is playing b5, is going to lose important pawn, and I believe that black is lost here. Of course, not good idea to take this knight. So b5 is not good move, and for this reason black played rook to b8. Now yes, maybe it's idea to play b5. Okay, if white played move g4, of course main plan is to play g5, and white is playing g5. Knight is under attack and is going to d7. A really interesting variation is if white is going to h5, and now I will show really amazing position where nobody know if you are with advantage or no. Okay, g6, and of course the main plan for a while is to go to f3 and to h3. It's good to remember this plan because this plan will be used in this game, and as I told you, now we are only watching variations. So f5, and now we are going to f4, and our main plan is to go to h4. Okay, we have the same plan, f6, take, e5, and this position is really messy, and it's hard to believe that everything's okay, and this position is really an ordinary position. Maybe white is losing all his pawns on f6 on h6, or white has a really strong attack. This is a very difficult position to play, and more maybe for this reason Bobby Fischer played move f5. f5 move is okay, and of course has a threat to go to f6. Knight to e5, and in this position it's really important to believe that for black is the most important piece this knight. So the right plan for white is to go for exchange of this knight. This knight is the right defender. Looks like it's the best black's piece, and it's good to exchange this knight. So now the right move is to go to f3, because we know that we have to exchange this knight. If we are not going to exchange this knight, and this plan is worth to remember, maybe we have no strong attack. So knight to f3, and if black is going to c6, maybe even here black will be under pressure. Okay, take, knight to d5, take. Yes, it's only variation, but in this variation looks like white's attack is more dangerous than black's maybe compensation or black's attack. And still this position is really interesting. I don't know if I like to play this position for white or for black. Maybe this middle game I like to play for white, but endgame I like to play for black. But now black made a really big mistake. As I told you, this knight is for him a really important piece, and he need to play this position with this knight. So to take this knight on f3 is a mistake, and I hope you will remember that black should avoid this exchange. So, but black took, and we are going to take with the rook. Main plan for white, of course, is to go to h3, and now white is winning tempo because his plan is to go to f3, h3. Another mistake is to play b5. Looks like black is too slow to play b5, and of course white's main plan is to go to h4 and to go to h3 with the rook. Looks like this attack is really dangerous for black, and now it's interesting how black will try to defend his position. He took on f5. Now Bobby Fischer missed maybe winning variation. He took on f5, but the right move is to go to h3, and of course Fred is checkmate on h7, so black has to play h6. Now after bishop to d4 is Fred to take on h6, because you can see that this g7 pawn is blocked by this bishop. So f6 making sense, but knight to d5, and white's army is rolling forward, and they are closer and closer to black's king, and looks like, yes, this position is a really bad position for black. Somewhere here black is lost. So Bobby Fischer missed really the best plan, and the best plan now is to go to h3. He took on f5. Of course, this move is not a bad move, and still white has interesting or dangerous attack. Yes, white's weakness is this diagonal, and of course, because white doesn't have light squares bishop, it's making sense for white to attack white somewhere over these light squares. Okay, now still white is going to play for attack, and it's good to see that white is playing with all his army, even a rook from a1. You can see that this rook was not playing on a1 and now is on f1, and rook looks like one more piece is going closer to black's targets. And okay, bishop to d7, bishop to d4, and b4. b4, now white is winning, and for a second time white will miss a winning variation. So what do you think is the best variation for white in this position? White took on g7, and as I told you, this is not the right move, but looks really amazing. The right move and the winning variation is to go to h5, and threat maybe is f6, or maybe to take on g7 now. What's happened? Maybe black is going to g8, but f6, and somewhere here everything is wrong with black. This attack is winning attack, because of course if black is going out from the f8 square, is checkmate in one. So another variation, when white was so close to win the game, but he took on g7. As I told you, this move looks okay, but maybe it's not enough. g6 looks really amazing, but now black is playing bad move, check on c5, and now he's taking on g6. Of course, everything is wrong, because it's a threat checkmate on h7. So only one move is to go to g5, and this endgame of course is lost for black. It's a really nice last move for white, because now white is taking on h7. If black would take on h7, is losing because of check on f7, and of course this endgame is simply one endgame for white. So what we saw in this video, we saw that Bobby Fischer sometimes is not playing the best moves. We saw that chess game is a really interesting game, and there are lots of variation which is good to know. And I believe that we saw another interesting chess game where Bobby Fischer was going for attack. He played g5. He was trying to attack blacks on h7 or h8, and even that black has some counter chances, and this position was interesting. So I really believe that you enjoyed and you don't mind to see this video. So thank you very much for watching this video. I wish you good time. I believe I will see you next time, and yes, that's everything for now. So thank you one more time, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.